Yasu Malaka. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Computer Love, Part 20.
Liz here, how are you?
Alicia, nice
So
to
good
meet
to
you.
meet you.
Hi.
This is Barbara, and
Hello.
this is Dennis. Thank you for being here. I want to take just a minute to let this sink in, because you are seeing the woman of your dreams, but this very nice lady is a victim in this just as you are. Her identity has been stolen by someone that labeled it as Kimberly Escobar and built this whole identity around it and used it to scam you. Tell me what it feels like to actually meet the woman, even though it's not who you thought it was.
I'm speechless.
You're not from Amsterdam, you don't?
No, I'm not from Amsterdam. I'm actually from Texas, and I'm in the beauty business. So it was just so eerie to see all those pictures up, because I teach makeup workshops.
Right.
And so that picture that's on the passport is actually from one of my workshops.
And I just want to be clear that you have nothing to do with this other than being a victim of identity theft.
Right.
So just be very clear, she's not involved in this in any way other than being a victim,
Absolutely.
just
I
as you are.
totally get that.
Yeah, I just want to be sure everybody at home, everybody in the audience understands she's a victim here, not in any way part of this
I
whatsoever.
understand.
Well, we get it, Dr. Phil. Yeah, you do. We completely understand how there could be scams online. Now, let me ask you something there, bub. I'd like to know, how much money did you give this woman? Sorry. He ended up giving this woman $211,000. Now, I should correct this. He didn't actually give it to the woman that Dr. Phil brought on here. She wasn't part of it. He didn't know. Somebody just set this whole thing up at $211,000. Holy fucking shit. That is a short cake of money. I don't even know what that means, but it just sounds good. We'll be right back. Adam Ray, eat your heart out. I'm just kidding. I love that man. But yeah, you can see this clip on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Man comes face to face with woman he believes he fell in love with online. Now, I'm sure this happens every day, probably every hour, maybe even every 5 minutes. Who knows? If I had more resources with this podcast and if more people listened, I would give a shit. But the point is, you can help me by subscribing. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so please help a brother out if you can. But at the same time, this happens all the time, ladies and gentlemen, and this is just fucking crazy. Again, $211,000 for someone that you've never met before. Maybe they spoke on the phone, maybe just online. You know what? I doubt they even spoke on the phone. Most of these people that pull these scams, they do everything online, so nothing gets traced or whatever, an IP address that can't be traceable, blah, 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 whatever the fuck. Even I don't understand half the shit I just said. But the point is, this shit happens all the time. And yeah, as I spoke... I spoke about this on my last podcast. Yeah, people are getting sick and tired of the whole online thing. And you know what? This is probably part of it. I mean, people are probably being scammed all the time, and they're fucking sick of it. But at the same time, I mean, there is good people out there. I'd like to believe that. Maybe there's some... there's definitely bad people out there. I'm on episode 20 here, obviously. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, as Sylvester Stallone would say. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But again, this is just for the purposes of entertainment. But yeah, all these stories are true, unfortunately. And yeah, let's begin this beautiful 20th episode. 20. Holy shit. So I talked to this one woman online here. And she, says her, in her little intro box here, Has anybody actually ever called it an intro box? Anyways, are you open to friendship with a kindred spirit who wants to exchange thoughts about our lovely, messy world? I'm in. I'm married to a wonderful man, and we live with our teenage daughter. Listen, I'm no parent. I always make a joke. I might have a kid somewhere in Scarborough. Who knows? But the point is, I'm. Oh, this kid is going to have no chance. They are homebodies, while I prefer to explore the outdoors and have deep conversations with interesting people. I have worked as a librarian, lifeguard, photographer, technical writer, information manager, software developer, UX designer, and emotional intelligence coach. It's almost like she's trying to like fit every single like fantasy like what a guy would, like would probably want to fuck. I don't know what UX stands for. I think I might know what the X stands for, but I'll give you my honesty. Now, keep that in mind. Just keep that word in mind for the future here. Empathy and quirky sense of humor. If you give me the same, I will show you my zesty side. Ladies and gentlemen, there's something, maybe this is how old school I am, but at the same time, like I'd like to think, just because you tell the world that, I mean, I actually, I was even gonna say, like, if you tell the world you're in an open marriage, she didn't say anything about an open marriage, did she? Like, she just said she's married to a wonderful man, and keep in mind he's such a wonderful man that she has to, go elsewhere, and a daughter that, you know what I'm saying? Like I get it. You're honest about it, but like it's like someone goes out there and say, listen, I'm a hooker. I will spread eagle, if you, buy me a bag of chips. But that doesn't make it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but again, like, I guess this is, this is the world we live in now, but, okay. Yeah, I'm still, intrigued. I mean, she doesn't know I'm poor, but, let's see what's going on here, and she's just telling me, she's met some nice people and, blah, 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 and, like, how about you? Do the dates make up for all the wannabe sex workers? Yeah, I think I mentioned to her that, yeah, there's a lot of, women on here that are just looking for that. It's, you tend to swap stories here and there. It's okay. It's all part of the game, but, here's one huge red light here. She has what appears to be one picture of her, and it's a drawing. Okay, it's a good drawing. I'm assuming she does look like this. It's pretty clear that they focused more on the cheekbones here, but that's fine. Well, it's not fine actually. You have to put up a real picture of yourselves. I've said this numerous times, okay? And I've talked about this, I think, all the way in the very first one. Like if you want to pose with a fish, fine. I don't care. Like as long as it's an actual picture of you, you know what I mean? Like it just, I don't know. And then she talks about being part of a poetry group. Who cares? But the point is, please put up a real picture. That's all I ask. And again, I like does your husband know what you're up to here? I don't see anything about him being cool about this. I mean, you might want to mention that, are you gonna meet up with a guy one day and then like he's gonna come out the closet with a camera and it's gonna be a whole fucking thing here. But I'm just saying, just try to be upfront as much as possible. That's all. And another woman I talked to on here, clearly this is some kind of fake photo, or it's one of those like really heavily airbrushed photos. And I just called her on. I said, "What's up with the fake photo? Like, what's going on here? I mean, this is, I mean, you can tell by my picture here. Nobody has more better trimmed eyebrows than I do. But and then she texts me back, hater, LOL. Well, she got me back. But again, I'm not one to judge on looks. I mean, look at me. Look at me. I've always said I look like if Vince Vaughn, Jack Black, and Kevin James, sprinkle a little Curly from the Three Stooges in there. That's who I am. I get it. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, do we really have to airbrush the shit out of these pictures? I mean, I don't think it's necessary. I really don't. And also, I would say I talked to this one woman, but I think I don't know, end up matching with her or something, and then she just texted me back, "Oops." So that's always good for the self-esteem. So I ended up talking to another woman because I'm gonna see if I can get to 50 of these episodes. But anyways, just very, I don't know, very chill profile here. She looks very stoned in her picture, always attractive. Puff, puff, pass. He's got my heart. Looking for friends only. Ask me anything. Cows are my favorite animal. Moo. So sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you talk to someone online and like you don't even mean to like meet them or talk to them or whatever, and you tell it's just spam or just people being fake, whatever. And I mean, a dead giveaway for me was she messaged me and said, "Hi, handsome." So that right there is a red flag. Can you send me a message if you are interested in me, and you will have a lot of fun together, honey. All right. She's missing a few words there, but I get the gist. And just for a joke, I message her back. I say, "Wow, what a profile. Looks totally real. Can you cook?" I got nothing back. But, again, listen, at this point in my life, I just want a nice person, someone, she's sweet and honest. And yeah, if she can cook, I mean, that would be terrific, I've always said my biggest fantasy is for a woman to walk into the bedroom nude and just her holding a tray of lasagna. Simple goals. Then another person, yeah, same thing, random person messaging me, hello, handsome, again, bullshit. Hope you are doing well, smiley face. You got really amazed by your profiles. Ugh. But we are not friends here. You could next me or send me friend request. Kissy face. Well, proof right there. I don't have anything in the profile there. So, I mean, again, these are all just like, they feel like automated vague messages here. Again, scammers, put a little effort into the scam, please. I don't think I'm asking for much. And then there's another person here, someone who not hairy in arms, chest, and back. Oh, I'm Greek and Italian, I'm out. Someone who is thick and tall, someone who has a senses of humor, kind, and knows how to give and take. Not into guys with tattoos. I love art, but not in body. What? My weakness, soft, hard body to cuddle to, and a deep voice to listen. Looking for long-term relationship that leads to marriage, not down to fuck with benefits or FLB, fuck love benefits? No, fuck love. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what that one is. Love, maybe fuck benefits, fuck. It could be a capital I. Yeah, that's you ever get that confused? The small L, capital I. I don't know. Who cares? Or games. Sorry, To all you handsome men out there, thank you for contacting me. Sorry if I can't reply back. I wonder why. Hopefully I hear from you, whoever really interests in me. I get along with Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, Capricorn, and Scorpio. One day. But yeah, again, like, you know, scammers, proofread the shit. That's all I'm saying. And again, talking to someone else, another friend request, I again, I'm just fucking with them at this point. Dare I say, Scrabble? I mean, if we're gonna play some games, why not? Just a good little game of Scrabble. Scrabble, America's good time game. I like that in Monopoly. Jenga. Jenga. You take a piece from the bottom and you put it on top. I gotta get more hobbies. And then another person. This is pretty obvious. This is again. Sometimes I don't even have to describe how fake the profile is. Just location, pictures, all this shit. And sometimes I just get right to the point. She's like, "Hi, how you doing today?" And I go, "No hookers, thank you." And that's it. Just I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. Sometimes I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. What's funny is she messaged me back. You're welcome. So, polite hookers. That's that's nice. And then another person I talked to, sometimes on my profile, I'll just put like, I just don't want someone to be batshit crazy, and that's it. Like that, literally, that's all I'll put. Just because at this point, I'm just so frustrated with all this shit, right? I I even wonder if people even read profiles. A lot of people message me back and go, "Yeah, I do read profiles." I'm like, okay, 1 out of 100, not bad. And then she messaged me and she says, "Hi, not batshit crazy, just your average sort of crazy. Does that count?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can live with that, no problem." And then, you're just talking. How's it going? How are things? You meet anybody? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah. I met lots of people, which, I mean, I'll be honest with you, as a guy, you're kind of like, okay, maybe she's just saying that, but it's like, how much, what's the number? You know what I mean? Not sure the algorithm is learning. It does put interesting people on my screen. I'm in Quebec for the week, lots of travel, and I'm also an American that lives in Florida. Listen, anything to do with Florida, I want nothing to do with, okay? I've been dying to do a podcast on Florida. I feel very sorry for the people right now. I heard that it's like a Category 5 hurricane. Everyone's trying to get the fuck out of there. Another huge reason not to live in Florida, and I got probably 1,000 more. But anything to do with Florida, I want nothing to do with. Sorry, okay? It's just, no. Decisio in contra con cui comportie tiempo in pargida. Auguricio este de la I don't speak Spanish, so I have no idea what this person's saying. It could be something good in their profile. It could be bad. I just don't know. I don't know. Chances are she probably has a fat ass, but I don't know. Another person said in her profile, "I love 3 things in this world: the sun, the moon, and you." Ugh, Christ. Come on. The sun for day, the moon for night, and you forever. Fuck off. Now, chances are, again, this is a fake profile, but even if it isn't, again, can you not wear shades when you're on, like on an online dating site? Again, like we got to see who you are. You know what I mean? Like, just take off your shades for 2 fucking seconds, okay? I'm pretty sure you probably have eyes. Even if you don't, just show them anyway. You know, I don't know what the big deal is. Show your fucking face. We need to see who the fuck we're looking at. All right, plain and simple. Okay, when you look up in the sky, you can see the sun, you can see the moon. You know, how am I supposed to be your forever if I don't know what the fuck you look like? I mean, my God. Now, this next person, I can actually see their face. I'm just like, hey, how are you? And she says, generally good, but I'm afraid you caught me on a bad day. I feel like I've been hit by a Mack truck. How about you? I'm like, better, I guess. That's good. You're up late. Night owl? Again, the vibe right off the bat, like you don't have to tell me you feel like shit. You know what I mean? It's cool. Like it's one of those things. Just like, hey, how are you? Just say you're fine. Just say you're fine. Okay. And I actually do appreciate the honesty. Don't get me wrong, but like it's almost as if you're inviting people into your problems already. You don't know this person. I don't want to know this person. I really don't. So, it's just bad mojo. I don't like it. No. In one of her pictures, she's wearing a dress, but she looks like she might be really drunk. No. Another person, I didn't really appear drunk in her picture. More a little happy, kind of posing, but at the same time, one of those poses you can tell. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'm a little weary when I talk to Chinese women online. I'm not saying they're looking for citizenship, but I'm pretty sure this one was. She said she migrated to Toronto for better opportunity and all that. And just a lot of things are not measuring up here. Again, you got to be aware of the scams. If you're going to marry someone for citizenship, make sure that it says that in your profile. I'm not saying this woman is. I just don't like the vibe. Again, one picture, posing in a certain way, the whole, I'm here to, come to Toronto, start a new beginning, blah, blah, blah. I'm just getting that vibe, man. No, that's just, no. This is, no good. No good. This is, I don't think we're meant to be, but, you know what? It's actually very possible that one day you could end up the mayor of Toronto. Now, another woman I talked to here, things were going pretty well. You back and forth, pretty good, whatever. And at one point she's like,
You're so funny. I also do live video chat. I also do pictures and videos, and I'm a dominatrix. Anything you can think of. I got a whole list.
oh, Jesus fucking Christ. It went south really quick, man, and I don't know. I think for the right price, so does she. But the point is, I don't know. Can you guys just stick to OnlyFans, please? Just trying to please your stepfathers. Like all I'm looking for is a normal date on here. That's all. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too, my God. Holy fuck. Can we get Dr. Phil back here? Anyways, listen, it's not all bad. I mean, most of it is, I'm not going to lie. But another girl I talked to on here, we seem to have a pretty good rapport. But she did send me a lot of voice notes. Like, I mean, a lot. And, like the purpose of a voice note, ladies and gentlemen, is to send a quick message because you don't feel like typing. Not these like 2-3 minute voice notes. And it's too much. It's too much. But, just stick to 10, 15 seconds tops. That's it. Like I don't want to hear about your day or your kids that aren't mine. Please, for fuck's sakes. God. She might have father issues. No shit. The point is, I met up with her, sweet gal, did her thing, whatever. But she flipped the script really quick. you know. And I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, where a girl, you know, is very cool, and then all of a sudden just totally like flips it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because, you know, she's like dealing with reality now. And I've always said that too, and I'm not judging, but I've just said, like, you know, the most of the people you meet online are going to be fucked up. There's a reason why, you know, these people are online and can't deal with what do you call it, reality. And you know, it's really scary to see that, you know, to see someone be pretty chill, and then when you meet them, I mean, not right away, but they slowly, you know, kind of just like freeze up, and it's almost like the, you know, like another soul has possessed their body and whatever, and it got like a little scary, and I was really just like, what the fuck? And then, you know, she went completely silent, you know, and it's just, you know, maybe that's all she was looking for. Who knows? I mean, and then she just kind of was looking for escape route, whatever, and you know, you know, she just wanted to leave and you know, like be off the date, and you know, she got what she wanted, and that's it, you know. But it's really, it's just weird, man. Just you got to be honest and upfront, you know, and just say, hey, this is me, and you know, I might change after, and I'm to be honest with you, I got a feeling she might be seeing someone or might be married, and that's another thing too. You know, you gotta be careful of that too. So it is pretty scary out there. I mean, I mean, she might have been. I'm not even surprised. Like, she might have been married or seeing someone, whatever, and you know. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure she was on like a time limit or something. But yeah, it's pretty scary. So, you know, guys, and of course women, you know, be careful out there of people's intentions, and you know, just you know, also make sure they're good cooks too. I mean, you know, you know, I don't like when people, and this is no disrespect. I enjoy food as well, who am I kidding? Way more than, you know, the next person. But you know, like don't make something and like experiment with me. You know what I mean? Go, oh, I tried this. I hope it's good. You know, like, just listen. If you're making something for me the first time, it's the last time. You know what I mean? Just please. It's not good. It's you know, it's not good. Just you know, next time go to you know, the grocery store, get a, you know, whatever, Stop and Shop, whatever. The point is, no, I'm just kidding. Go to a nice bakery, you know, if you can. I'm, you know, I'm a classy guy. But the point is, you see what I mean? I mean, yeah, it's a big red flag. The point is, I used to edit these videos. I don't give a shit anymore. But yeah, yeah, another robbery in progress in Toronto. Shocker. The point is, you know, if you can't cook, don't cook, or just learn how to cook, you know, or don't, and just go to the grocery store like me, you know. That's all. Now, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you talk to a person, and you know, you meet someone that you have a lot in common with, you know, background, you know, how you grew up, all this shit, whatever. And, you know, sometimes you start talking to them, and you realize there's some kind of like language barrier, you know, like clearly this person is not from here, or from where you're from, and or didn't grow up the way you did, same language and all that. You know, they may or may not have an accent, you know, and that's what I'm having with this person, you know. So there's a lot of like things lost in translation here, you know, but I did my best. I tried to, you know, but I think we had some things in common. I mean, you know, you messaged me some things, and you know, I basically said, like, what are you looking for? Like, what's the main things you're looking for? She's like, don't lie, don't cheat, communicate, and be good in bed. Don't lie. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a guy, so yeah, I don't lie. Don't cheat. Yeah, I've cheated in the past, but you know, I've tried to, you know, I'm better now. Communication, yep, straight shooter, good in bed. I'd like to think so. I'd like to think I'm more experienced than I was, let's say, 20 years ago. You know, I like to think I can get the job done. I once went down on a woman for 45 minutes, which means I'm either really good or really bad. But the point is, I think we had a lot in common, and but she was very. I like. You ever meet someone who like clearly, has had, the shit beaten out of them, not physically, but like just mentally. She said a lot of bad things about her ex, and now she's not humble anymore. She's broken, you know what I mean? And she thinks she's better than everyone else, but she's really not. But I think she's using that attitude to, tell herself that, to move forward and all this bullshit, whatever. And, you got to be more humble. That's all I'm saying. So at one point I'm talking to her on the phone, and I don't know, maybe she lost interest or whatever, but then her kid goes by. She said her kid was only like, I don't know, a teenager or whatever. The kid sounded like he was like 35, like, hey, Bob, how's it going? It's almost like a grown-up Bam Bam or something. But, I'm like, is this like is she bullshitting me now? Is she like, is this an actual, but regardless, she's like talking to him on, like while I'm on the line for minutes, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still here, hello. And it got to a point, I just hung up the phone, so. Yeah, some people are just extremely cunty, man. I mean, yeah, you know what? No, I don't mind that word. I did a whole podcast about the word cunt. So yeah, until we find a better word, I don't. I'm not seeing a problem here. But if I'm an asshole, then if you're talking on the phone to someone else on their line there, or just in person, I mean, and she didn't even apologize either. I mean, it's pretty rude, man. Not gonna lie. So, yeah. Actually, the funny thing is, she told me that she worked at a restaurant that I sometimes go to, and she might have served me in the past. And yeah, that's yeah, that's interesting. Sort of, not really. But the point is, yeah, like a little common courtesy. I always tell people I like to call someone before I meet up with them. The one before, it was like pulling teeth there, trying to just get her number, and what's the point of getting the number? Then we got to meet somewhere. I'm not gonna, what if I meet you and then you're not sure? Just make sure you're not a fucking robot. You know what I mean? Like. That's it, but I don't know, the woman with the the whiteout nail polish there that made out with her family. The point is, it just, get to know the person. Don't be rude on the phone. Don't ignore them, obviously, and yeah, just be respectful. That's all. That's all. Now, speaking of respect, I'm gonna end it with this one last beaut of a story here. Okay, so I went out with this woman for. A little bit, whatever, and this is a weird one way back in the day, man. I mean, this is, I was, thinking about this the other day, and I don't know how I forgot this, but her, I didn't have sex with her for, I don't know, at least, I don't know, the third or fourth meeting. I mean, we still did other stuff, like, play, Scrabble. But at one point she told me, like, the reason why I don't want you to is because, I don't even know how she said it, so I'm going to try to remember how she said it. She said her pussy, or my apologies, vagina, curved in a certain way. And long story short, I found out that was actually true. I didn't know that could actually happen with a woman. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But yeah, it. But that wasn't even the main problem with her. The main problem, well, there was two main problems. One, she never cooked, and you can tell by going into her kitchen, it was missing everything but the saran wrap. And two, she was a very angry person. Like, it always had to be about her. And this is why she'll probably be alone for the rest of her life. Either that, or she'll, probably end up with a gay guy. And, like, we would always fight about the biggest bullshit. And then, like, she knew deep down things were her fault. And, oh, fine. So it's my fault. Fine. fine. Yeah, like, you know, one of those people. And I remember one time she was driving, and I don't know, she said something, and I said, like, oh, I just said that. And she totally freaked out. She freaked out so much, she pulled off of the side of the road into a parking lot just to yell at me and pout and just go completely fucking nuts. I mean, and it's crazy too, because like this is an area I know nothing about, and you know, like if I'm stranded in this area, I mean, worst case you get on a bus, I guess, whatever. But I mean, still, you're like, what the fuck is going on here? And she's just like, ba, 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 you know, like I'm like, dude, what do you want me to do? Like, just, you know, and like even if you like admit it's your fault, it's still, you know, she still just wants to keep going. So she's one of these people, I guess, that just gets off on being angry, I guess, which is really fucked up. I mean, you know, I've come across people like that in my life, and it's just toxic, man. I mean, that's why she's like alone for sure. I mean, you could tell. And she has a cat, and she was really just obsessed with this. I mean, obsessed. I mean, like it's just a matter of time before she has like 5 of them. But I mean, this one cat it's a really old cat, and like the cat always wakes her up in the middle of the night, and you know, it sleeps on her pillow, which I'm pretty sure is not good, because if you rub that shit in your eyes, it's, you know, you're gonna get pink eye or something, man. It's not good. And I don't know, she had a kitty litter in the shower. It was a whole fucking thing. I mean, she had like 2 bathrooms, but still, it's fucking a whole weird thing, man. And I was thinking to myself, even at one point, I'm like, is any of this my fault? You know, maybe a little. But not really. I don't like. I don't really like to fight. I like to just chill and whatever. And then at one point, like she's like, you know, driving me home, and you know, we were just sitting at a light, and at one point she looks over to the next car, and like she's like, and then she turns her head again, just straight. And she's like, what's her problem? I keep in mind, she didn't say anything. Like, you know, like there's like a black woman in the other car, you know, and like both of our windows are rolled, you know, like, and she's like, why is she looking at me? Okay, which, you know, like again, you know, I'm not gonna say the, you know, obvious thing here, racism, but the point is, you know, you know, maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. I don't know. Maybe that was part of her anger. I don't know. You know, but I'm just looking at it, I'm like, she didn't say anything. She's not doing anything. We're just sitting in a fucking light. I mean, so then I realized at that moment, it's like, it's all her. You know, she's just always itching to fight someone. I don't know where it came from. Her mother, father, you know, the fucking future stepfather, who knows? I mean, and then even to diffuse the situation, like I roll down my window, I look at the black woman, and the black woman even looks at me and goes, "What's your problem?" You know, and you know, I kind of give her a look like, I don't know, you know, and then you know, and I just said, you know, white people, you know what I mean? And like she laughed, and it, you know, diffused the situation, whatever, and that's it, you know. But again, she's just some people are just naturally angry, and again, maybe it's the whole online dating thing, you know, but who knows? But you know, ladies and gentlemen, you got to stop being so angry, and like again, like, when you're looking for people online to date, like you're probably not going to find the one. I mean, you probably won't. Let's just be honest. I mean, I've done 20 of these fuckers, you know, and you probably won't find them. You know, maybe you will, but you really got to break it down and like just. But in the end, like, just don't be so angry. I mean, there's no reason to be like this angry at people, and you know, and to get in fights with people at lights, and you know, and if you're a white person doing it to a black person, you know, people are going to say shit. But the point is, just relax, okay? Like I said, I've done 20 of these things, 20, and do I seem relaxed? Yes, I do. And I like to think to myself that I've accomplished something with all these podcasts, if not to learn lessons, but for entertainment purposes. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for listening, and please help me get 1,000 subscribers. Please. Help me out. And I appreciate everybody listening. I really do. And that's it. Till the next time, this has been another thrilling episode of Computer Love, Part 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 59 seconds in round number 3. Our referee in charge, Joseph Cooper, stops the contest. She is the winner by way of technical knockout. She is now the WIBA and WBC Women's Super Middleweight Champion and still undefeated, Layla "Sheedy" Stingin' Ali.